Can we talk? Last week was something was brewing on the Tiki Talkies. Not really TikTok, but our we love Tabitha Brown. We're huge fans. We've
Yeah.
been trying to have her on the show for a minute. For
Yes.
a minute.
It's
And
gonna
as
happen.
y'all know, yes, so you know what happened with her with Food Network. So let's talk about it because I just thought it was it's still happening. Like the
Hmm.
beautiful thing about owning your own platform like Tab has, she has this huge following on social media. She's built it organically herself.
Hmm.
And she doesn't necessarily need to work with
Yeah.
other brands to reach her people. And that is what's
Yeah.
so damn powerful. She
Hmm.
doesn't need publicists. Like she can just speak to her audience. And
Hmm.
she, in spite of that, has partnered with, like, we've seen her do these huge launches at Target. She
Hmm.
also had a Food Network show called It's Complicated.
Which I
Complicated?
hate that name, but I love Tab, but I hate that name.
Yeah. And it's about something about vegan food. I haven't watched it yet.
Yeah.
I don't have Food Network. If it's on Hulu, let me know. Anyway, so it was just premiering. And then I think like a week after it premiered, she goes on TikTok like early this week or over the weekend and just very like, blind item style, like wasn't saying any names, but was
Yes.
like, I just need y'all to know in her Tab way. I can't imitate her. She cannot be
Not
imitated.
the nice nasty.
The nice nasty was just saying how I keep telling these people, but they don't seem to believe me. But let me remind you, I'm always going to be who I am. I cannot
Hmm.
be changed. And when I feel like I am being pushed to change in a way and this is me paraphrasing, you guys can go check it. We'll post a link to the video. But she's essentially saying that like people have tried to change me. It hasn't worked. I keep saying this is who I am. I'm authentic. This is me. Vegan Tab,
Hmm.
happy Tab, kind, caring, loving Tab,
Yeah.
Southern Tab, who she
Yes.
is and who she fundamentally is can't be changed. And at the very end of the video, she's like, by the way, my new show, It's Complicated, will now be on Tuesdays at 1 p.m. instead of where it was prime
Thursdays.
time,
Yep. In the
Thursdays at
evening.
9 p.m.
Which is prime
And
time.
just prime time, right? So something has happened.
Yes.
Someone's lost their damn mind at Food Network. And it seems like they have tried to give her some sort of like, I don't know, notes on how she should change or whatever. And she was like, hell nah. And they tried to silence her by putting her in this like graveyard slot. Not even
Yes.
graveyard, but like 1 p.m. is like diners, drive-ins, and like that's like
Yeah.
rerun crap.
Yes.
15th episode of Chopped, comes on at 1 p.m. on a Tuesday. So I just want to say fully support Tab. And I think for Tab too, it's so clear that she is at peace with who she is.
Yes.
And how can you not be at peace with who you are when your audience has already found you and loves you and will
Girl.
follow you wherever you say
Because
to go?
we're here for Tab. Nobody, I don't care.
Not
I'm
at
watching
all.
the
I'll
show.
just watch her grainy 90-second TikToks. I'll watch
I
that all
mean,
day. I don't need it complicated.
Yes.
I don't even have Food
and-
Network.
And for those of you in business, please let that be like a lesson to you that like, is it the longer way? Because Tab's been at it. Because what is it, like just 3 years ago, she was driving Uber. And if you read her book, which I have, it's been years, if not longer than me. I think it's been longer than 15 years of her working toward. And so because of that, like that's what it looks like. That sometimes some people blow up overnight, but for most people who are really successful, they have to take the long route, because you have to collect a lot of lessons along the journey. But yeah, as a result, Tab can go somewhere else. Like, I was sharing this with my mentees, little plug, my mentor, Tiffany.com, we have like 1,600 mentees there, is that I teach
Including
them that
me.
like, oh, you're in, oh, that's right.
I love Thoughtful
I teach
Thursday.
them that, like, because honestly, I have been, oh, you do? Oh, thanks. So what I've been doing, like one of the things I teach is that like, you really want to get to a point of like excellence and then, owning access to your audience, because at a certain point now, I want to become one of one, that it's either you get me, and if you can't afford me, you go get more money. That's it. There is no, oh, we'll just get ... because there is no, like, either you get Tab or you go get more money. Because there's nobody that you can say, well, we won't have Tab, we'll have somebody else. There is no substitute. She's one of one. And that's what I'm working toward. Because when you become one of one, then there's way less competition and you really get to call your own shots. And I get to be like, no, I'm not doing that. I mean, I was always like that from the very beginning, that, like, for example, you'll never see me sell credit cards. Like, I'm not anti-credit card, because I have credit cards. I use them wisely, and I will teach you how to use credit cards wisely. And if I was doing business, that'd be different. Like you might see me one day in an American Express commercial or whatever, but about business. But personally, I'm not here to say, get this particular card, because I feel like credit cards can kind of be like a gateway drug, and I don't want to be a pusher. Now, I'm going to share with you how best to use them if you have cards, because like I said, I certainly use them. But like, that's just not me. From the very beginning, when I had no money, it was one of the few types of companies that would reach out to me. I remember distinctly my friend Cabral telling me, I was like, what do you think? I said, it is a card that I use. And he was like, Tiffany, once you start saying yes to something on the fringe, you very quickly go all the way to the other side. And I just didn't want to compromise. And so from then until now, like I haven't had to, and and I still haven't. And so, yeah, I'm working on becoming one of one, where it's like you either go get me or you go get more money, or you just have to sit this thing out, because there is no substitute, so work toward that. And that's what Tab has done. That's why she can say what she want to say.
Y'all are both alien superstars.
Well, I'm not quite at that level. I'm like, we
yes,
work
you
toward
are. Don't give me an opportunity to wax poetic about Beyonce's album, because I will. Too late. It's already happening. Listen, why I love Alien Superstar so much. If you listen to the lyrics, I'm one of one. Don't even try to compete with me. Nobody else can think like me. What I love about that lyric, anyone can sing it, because truly no one can think like we do. Like, we are one of one. We are all alien superstars. And I don't think that the message is like, you have to be a Beyonce, but like, it's unlocking that alien superstar in yourself. When I tell you I listen to these lyrics and I feel them, I love it, because like that has been, it's the thing that I've known. It's the thing that we learn as children watching Barney. Like we're all unique, and, we all have our own identities, and it's beautiful to celebrate our differences. But it's a thing that you don't truly, like, for me, start to really like sit with and sink into, like seep into your bones and your DNA until you're older and like at this point in your life. And and that's why I'm like, when I shout you out, Tiff, I shout out your authenticity, like your one of oneness, because you don't try to be anyone else, and like nor do I, and just then you become cozy with who you are. Feet up above your sins. I love myself, goddamn. Sorry. They just come out of they just come out of me. But that's the whole message, I feel like, of this album, and these two songs is really about your unique self, and we all have that inside of us, You're already an alien superstar. Come on now.
Okay, that's why
What's
humility,
it take
taking
for
up
you
the
to
space.
think that?
Yes. No, you're right.
I'm working
on. Yes, take up the space. That's true humility. Take up the full space allotted. I'm like, you're right. I'm an alien superstar. I'm one of one.
Don't make me start hyping you up, because I'll never stop. And I hype myself up too. Okay, you got to back ourselves.
Hey, BA fam. We're on YouTube. Woohoo! Thank you so much for watching. Please like this video and subscribe to the channel.
And while you're at it, why don't you go over to that little bell icon and just tap that for us. Show the BA fam how much you love us. And that way you'll also get notifications when new videos drop. Also, share the channel with a friend. We're always like, tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a friend. And thank y'all so much again for all the support.